Well, you know what's great about today, Ryan?
We're in your house?
We're in our house. We were just working at the office all day.
Yeah.
And I had a chance to come home and see my favorite grandson, which is my only grandson, but he wanted a story from me, but I figured one of the best things we could possibly do is maybe do a story from Mr. Ryan Norris. Really? Why are you crying?
I'm already making him cry.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Because he wants me to pick him up. All he's doing is looking at me and doing his little snarfle face.
That's how good I am at stories. All right, and I guess we're back.
Correct.
Yeah, well, the magic of editing, we'll cut that out.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, I think we've done a lot of different things on these vlogs, but oftentimes we don't talk about the clients we work with. And every single one is a little bit different, and always ends up being a story.
Yep.
Of some for better or for worse. And I think a good one that's happened recently are some buyers that I've been working with from Florida. Okay. And it's just really a testament to the market and where we're at for buyers. You know, the last 2 years have just been madness. You know, everyone's racing out, they're overpaying, they're throwing offers, they're offering up their firstborn, like anything they can to get a house.
Exactly.
And since April, we've started to see that slow down. And just recently, I guess like 3-4 months ago, I got introduced to a friend of a client, and they threw me a referral, these folks from Florida. They've been great, but because we've had the time, we got to do a lot of shopping. And we did a lot of shopping.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so we, I think I saw all the houses in the Flathead Valley. And but it was great, and ultimately they got to choose what they wanted. There was no urgency to get out there and try to sell it, to buy it. Countless drone videos and video walkthroughs of the home. It was nonstop. And after much debate, much consideration, a little bit of finagling and negotiating, we landed on a property up in Rexford. It's everything they want. You know, it's perfect for them. It's going to be a nice rental opportunity for them as they head towards retirement.
Nice.
So knowing the area pretty well and knowing Rexford, Eureka, and just how much growth we've seen just in 2 years and knowing what's coming, I was absolutely able to educate them on that, give them a little bit of insight and some, you know, behind the door or behind closed curtains, what's happening. And I think we settled on an amazing property, and they're super stoked. So we just went under contract with it, and I think they're going to be really happy. And when retirement does come, I think they're gonna love it up there.
Well, I saw that house too, and the big thing that's interesting about Rexford and Eureka over the past couple of years, specifically when the Canadian border was shut down for quite some time, maybe 18 months. We talked a lot of my Canadian clients and stuff like that, and the developments up there are just beautiful, and it's totally geared towards vacation on certain spots, because there's an amazing demographic of people up there too that actually live in the Eureka, Rexford area. But I was so surprised with how many like Alberta plates and just different provinces from Canada and stuff like that. And this subdivision that you got your clients into right now under contract is going to be it's like state of the art. I mean, it's so nice.
It's great. You know, it's attached to a marina. It's close to a music venue. I don't know who owns that or how they're connected, but there's just a lot of activity coming there. And then, you know, there's a lot. We have a top 10 public golf courses in America is right there in Rexford, Eureka area, the Wilderness Course. And I just think there's a lot of upside, and you know, your dollar is going a little bit farther up that way, and it's not that far from Whitefish. It's a 45-50 minute drive. If I'm driving maybe 30, and you're right to the mountain, and you get that. A lot of folks come to Montana because they want seclusion, they want the space, and that exists up there, and you're stone's throw away from everything else.
Well, I'm really stoked that you're actually able to get these folks under contract, because I know how hard you were working on doing that.
Yeah.
I reached out to Ed Nissen with Cross Country Mortgage today, just to kind of say, hey, what are the conforming loans right now? He said depending upon your credit score, it's anywhere between 6 and 6.5. I had heard from some lenders they're just like peaking on almost having that 5 in there,
Yeah.
like just trying to get over that mark.
And that was a big thing for them, and they've been shopping their loan, and this gave them the time to do it, and I think they're actually working with that, but they are working with it. They had the time. They didn't have to rush in anything, and they're super happy.
Good. Yeah, no, I've found kind of the same thing too, is that I'm watching, I mean, my phone's ringing and it started ringing on the second, which we stated in the last vlog, and it's just that the market's kind of, I can tell people to kind of step back at the end of the year, but as we launch into this new year, I mean, buyers and sellers alike are calling, you know, and we've been
A lot
getting
more
offers.
buyers. I know we got a lot of listings coming,
Yep.
which is exciting.
It is.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, there's quite a bit. We actually launched one today.
Yep, and we're launching another one tomorrow, which actually it'll be out before we see this, so maybe we promote it.
Yeah.
We have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath coming in the Woodlands. It's a 55 and older community. It's right in the heart of Kalispell. It's around everything you want to be around. It's a great brand new facility. It's a great place for folks to retire. They consider it active living, but that's coming on market tomorrow. And yeah, there's a lot of listings going, a lot of activity, but the buyers, I know Holly talked about it last week. They're out there and they're shopping, and our phones are ringing.
Well, I mean, some of this comes down to also, essentially the buyer frenzy, like, I mean, just the floods that are going on down in California and just kind of down south. Just stuff that's happened in the Midwest with tornadoes earlier in the year and stuff like that. A lot of those things, like when that kind of stuff happens, just like it did when the fires were happening last year in Southern California and all over, is that the phone starts ringing just because people want to come to a place that is open, has water, and just kind of like a different, moving north, I guess, seems like one of those things that people have been expressing to me when I'm talking to them, you know, as well. So
I think it's going to just become the new normal. You know, we went through the pandemic, but I don't see that slowing down as long as there are changes in our economy, changes in the world. Folks are going to continue to move away from urban areas, and it's a beautiful place here. And I suspect that we will continue to see that migration.
Well, good. Well, thanks for sharing the story. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
well,
good
thanks
stuff.
for having me over for dinner. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We're making tacos. It's like 4:30 now. Well, you know, that's good stuff. I think we should be sharing more of these stories with our clients
absolutely.
and stuff like that. I mean, obviously with the market report and stuff, and different stats are always great to have, because I know people like those things. And that's what it means. I mean, people ask me how's the market. We need to know. Knowing what the conforming loan limit right now is great. You know, knowing that I think there's roughly around 535 active listings in Flathead County as of right now. You know, those are things that we like try to stay on top of to let you know what's going on. But the reality is inventory is still pretty low. We still have a supply and demand issue going on. So,
A lot of people are looking for homes.
Yep. So, other than that, let's have a great week.
Yeah. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week's rolling.
It's rolling already. It'll be Friday before nobody. We'll be out doing drone footage on a sunny day on a Saturday.
Oh God, bring us some sun. Please bring us some sun.
We love it. All right, well, thanks so much for joining us today. Austin and Ryan, over and out.
What do we do?
Family and home, over and out.
Yeah.
All this stuff. Happy New Year.
See y'all.
See ya.
Let me tell you something, kid.
Yeah,
The market has changed. Put your money in steel.